What's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kennedy and today I'll be showing you all how I refresh my locks in between a retwist because it's about that time. Okay, so to get started, I just want to go ahead and make it clear, this is not a video on how to do a retwist at home. I am not about to retwist my whole head today. This is just me refreshing my locks. Basically meaning I'm gonna give myself like a perimeter retwist around the crown of my head and maybe go back to like the second or third row. And to do that, today I'll have water, of course, and then my oil concoction, which I'm gonna go through and show you the oils that I use in my head, like the mixture that I use. Jojoba oil, I don't know if it's gonna focus, but jojoba oil, olive oil, vitamin E oil, and tea tree oil. We're not done. And then argan oil. And then every now and then, not every time, I will use like coconut oil because my hair is color treated, obviously, but I don't really use coconut oil too often because I don't know, it feels like it makes my hair feel kind of dry, but I don't know, so I don't really use it too often. But I'm probably gonna use it today because I haven't used it in a while and my hair is, like I said, color treated. It's been so much color, my hair's been processed so many times. So basically I just take all of those and I mix it together and then we have a nice little concoction like so. So that's like 6 oils that I use. So it's a nice little mixture. And then, one second, I will also be using water, of course. So to get started, let me just test the bottle. Okay, so to get started, I'm not gonna put a towel on my neck, whatever. If the shirt gets wet, it gets wet. So I'm gonna be spraying my hair, not my whole, I'm not gonna drench my whole head. Like I said, I'm not washing my whole head. I'm not retwisting my whole head. It's just a perimeter refresher, yeah. So I'm gonna just spray as close as I can to my roots, basically just covering the new growth. So I'm gonna do that first. That's pretty moisturized. Okay, so that's my oils. And then what I'll do, you just kind of, oh, and then of course it has like a little nozzle. So you just kind of go down your rows, like your parts of your locks. Make sure it's nice and saturated, not too saturated where it's like Jerry curl dripping, but moisturized enough. And this is just the little cheap bottles you can get at a hair store. I got this at like Sally Beauty. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it in my parts. Then of course, just like the water, make sure it's evenly dispersed. Just don't be too rough on your locks. Okay, so now the first 2-3 rows of the crown of my head are all moisturized, and then whatever excess I have on my hands, I just kind of put it through the rest of my locks just to get my hands dried off or clean, get the oil off my hands. All right, so now that that's done, I can start retwisting, and then as I go through and I feel dryness, I'll just add some more oil or water as I see fit, because you don't want to retwist dry hair. Hopefully you're doing, if you take anything away from the video today, do not retwist your dry hair, okay? Thank you. If you're at home and you want to do this and you don't have clips, you don't need clips, because whenever you I'm gonna show you. Once you retwist it, the new growth will be like kind of twisted up enough where it'll kind of just sit on its own in that position. So yeah, and then also you can use like a rat tail comb to kind of separate your parts and make sure that, you know, you're not like mixing them up with another lock and making sure that your part is nice and clean. But for me, I can like pretty much use my nails. To each their own. You can use a rat tail comb, but my new growth isn't too bad. Like I am in between retwists, so my new growth wasn't too wild to begin with. So I'm not gonna use a comb today. I'm just gonna go ahead and just use my fingernails, because as y'all can see, now that the hair is moisturized and has oil and water on it, it's separating pretty easily for me. So I'm just gonna make sure, I'm gonna look in the mirror behind y'all, so just to make sure that I actually am making those parts as clean as possible. So that's done. And then my locks, when I get them retwisted, they are twisted clockwise. So from overhead, clockwise. I don't know if that's gonna show up to y'all the opposite way, but clockwise, not counterclockwise, clockwise. That's just for my head. So as y'all can see, nice and fresh. And then what I was saying about the new growth is that it'll kind of bunch up like that on its own. So it'll just sit, you won't need a clip. So you don't have clips, you're good. So since that lock cooperated with me pretty well, I'm not gonna use a clip today, because that's actually sitting pretty nice. And as you can see, that next one, that part back there is clean. And then same thing, counterclockwise. Well, clockwise, y'all, clockwise. My head anyway. It just depends on how you get yours done. When I get mine twisted, my loctician goes clockwise. So when I do it at home, I go clockwise. Okay, so now I have 3 done. My arm is on fire. I'm just gonna move over to this side of my crown, on my forehead. Then once you get the process down pretty easily, just kind of pull that lock, make sure it's moisturized so the hair part's easy enough, and then just check and make sure that you're not getting any hair from another lock caught up in it. And then clockwise and repeat. I know some people kind of like palm roll. I kind of just do this. I just kind of twist with my finger. I don't know, it's another one of those things where I guess it's like a preference, to each their own. Palm rolling kind of, I don't know. I think it's just, I started out twisting with my fingers, so I just kind of stick with the way I know how to do it. Probably, I'm not going to lay my edges down for this video because I'm not going anywhere fancy today. I'm just kind of going out, and I just didn't want to have all that new growth build up, have my locks sitting up. So that's what I'm doing for today, and I don't want to have any unnecessary product build up on my edges. So if I'm not going anywhere fancy, I'm not gonna lay my edges down just to have it build up. So as y'all can see, again, nice clean part. I think I got the hang of it by now. All right, so now that y'all have a pretty good grasp on what I'm about to do around my head, I am going to go ahead and just finish this up, and then I will talk to y'all in a minute, okay? I will see y'all. Okay, I'm back. So as y'all can see, in lieu of using the metal clips, I just went ahead and took all the locks that are retwisted and put them in like a high ponytail. And like I previously said, I was gonna do like 3 rows max, right? I got a little carried away and I had to kind of stop myself, so I did a lot. As y'all can see, I retwisted a lot of my hair. So because of that, in the back, I only did like the first row because the back isn't as noticeable as the front of your head, of course. So I just made sure the front was together, because once I get started, I'll be like, oh, let me do this one, let me do this one. So I had to stop myself. So now they're up in a ponytail, just kind of have them separated for the ones that I didn't retwist. So we got a little bonus style on. She cute, you know, little high ponytail. But I am gonna go ahead and actually take down this ponytail real quick for you guys so you can see the difference between my little mini retwist and my hair that still has the new growth, my locks that have new growth. And like I said earlier, I'm not doing my edges today. I'm not going anywhere fancy. I'm just going to my friend's house. So my edges, they're gonna just be their natural state today. They are type 4 edges, so they gonna just be free. So you can see the back of my head, where it's like that new growth, compared to, I drop these down, the ones I just retwisted today. You can also see how like flat my head is right now because I retwisted them obviously, and just kind of going through, so fresh and so clean. You can see my scalp again. Y'all can't tell me I didn't just leave somebody's salon getting a retwist put in. And they're pretty much dry for the most part, so I might just leave them down. Don't worry about putting them back in the ponytail. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I refresh my locks in between retwist. So it looks like I just left the salon today instead of 2 weeks ago. So I hope you all enjoyed this little short video. Hope it was informative, you know, a little sneaky tip whenever it ain't time for a retwist yet, but you wanna keep it cute. That's what you need to do, okay? So now you know. So again, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will definitely see you all in the next one. Peace.